Hi everybody, hello, and welcome to my very first YouTube live. I've done lots of Facebook lives and Instagram lives, but this is my very first YouTube live. So I'm super happy to be doing this afternoon, and it's a very special reason as well. So if you are interested in me doing more YouTube lives, do let me know. And I usually do the witching forecast on a Monday on Facebook Live, but I might bring it over to YouTube. We'll see. So the reason I'm going live today is because today is World Dragon Day. And I thought I really wanted to do something special, something magical for the dragons and for everybody that connects with dragon energy, or those that maybe just feel they need that little bit of empowerment, that little bit of spark and dragon fire to inspire them at this time. So I think I need a cup of tea and some dragon fire. And I love World Dragon Day. It's such a beautiful event. And a few years ago, I was at Avebury Stone Circle for a massive ritual, and it was super powerful. And this year, of course, it's going to be going on mostly online. But I thought what we'd do for this little session together is I'm going to do a dragon meditation for you guys. And I think we can bring some healing into it as well, because who needs healing and empowerment, a bit of a spark at the moment? Yeah, so I thought we'd do a dragon connection meditation, see what the dragons want to bring through, see what they want to bring for you guys today and for us all. And this will be on YouTube afterwards. So whenever you're watching this, this is for you. It doesn't matter if it's on World Dragon Day or not. This is a meditation you can do at any time. And in that meditation, which is going to be the drum journey, using my dragon drum, which I'll talk about in just a second, we're going to go on a journey, connect with a dragon guide. Maybe there's a dragon guide that you know, maybe you've done this before, maybe you're totally new and not even sure if you believe in this stuff or into this stuff. It doesn't matter. You can just relax and enjoy the empowering ride, to be honest. So I'm going to do a drum journey where we connect with a dragon guide. We get any healing, empowerment, guidance, messages that we can. We work with our dragon guides, see what they need from us as well, maybe. And then we can come back and we can share a bit afterwards if you would like. Or there'll be a space for some Qs and some As if you want to ask. You are more than welcome. So I really wanted to do this video, so I'm a bit late. I really want to do this video upstairs because I have my two massive fire and ice dragon paintings up there, plus my dragon altar. But I live in Glastonbury and live in an old house, and the internet upstairs is shocking. So I just thought it probably wouldn't work. But I will post some photos of those paintings as well. So let me just say hello to everyone that's watching. Oh, hello. Good afternoon. Hello. And saying thank you. And oh, yeah, so Kelly's saying, so to hear your dragon wisdom, I'm a Chinese fire dragon. Fabulous, good. And Katie Wolf is wearing her dragon. Everyone's saying happy Dragon Day. So, yeah, just do a quick, I wanted to read this poem, actually. I thought, rather than sort of logically trying to go, here's what dragons are, which I will do a little bit, I thought I would read this poem. Or it was not a poem, it's a quote from Ursula Le Guin, who is amazing. And Ursula Le Guin is from the furthest shore. So this is the quote that I wanted to really start today with. We men dream dreams. We work magic. We do good. We do evil. The dragons do not work magic. It is their substance, their being. They do not do. They are. So I thought that was a nice way to set the tone for the dragon energy today, because a lot of people will be drawn to dragons. They've watched Game of Thrones or other films and things like that, The Hobbit. And yeah, they're like, it's hard to get your head around because they're not real. And that's a fair enough statement, except that they are. They're not real in this. I'm touching my computer and I'm touching my table and my pens and my pencils. It is at this time, at this place, it is very, very unlikely that I can be like Daenerys and literally and physically ride a dragon around Glastonbury. Though it probably wouldn't surprise anybody in town if I did. But things aren't that straightforward. Things that are magic, things that are a different energy, they exist in a slightly different dimension. They exist in a different space. You don't have to believe this. I'm just explaining an idea of how I see it. And you may have a different perspective of dragons as well. So the dragons will be, hello Cobweb, he's always part of this, aren't you? They are drawn to places of power. So you'll get a sense of them, you'll get a feel for them where there are ley lines. Ley lines, well, the old name for ley lines is dragon lines. So they are the lines of energy that run across the land. So that's a powerful thing. Places that are on ley lines are often connected with dragons, and Glastonbury Tor, which is just over there, is a place where a zillion and one, that's not a fact, but where a lot of ley lines cross. If you see the map, it's like a crazy mishmash of ley lines. But the two main ones cross around the Tor. It's called the Michael and Mary line these days. And these ley lines are energetic lines, and they can be dowsed. You can pick them up energetically by dowsing. These lines exist all over the world, and in China they're called dragon lines as well, I think, but they're also linked to feng shui and just a healthy and positive direction for things to be flowing, and water flow and the energy of the land. So here at Glastonbury, where we have dragon celebrations when it's not Corona times, we have the red and the white dragon celebrations. We're very near Wales as well, so you've got the red dragon of Wales and the white dragon of England. But also you have the red dragon linked to the red spring here, and the white dragon linked to the white spring. So the harmony and the fusing of the red and the white is something that we work with. Oh, I've got my red and the white mug as well. It's something we work here a lot with in Glastonbury, with the parade of the red and the white dragon. Going ahead, usually, but not this year, obviously, at Beltane, the time of sex and life and reproduction and summer, and Samhain, which here in the Northern Hemisphere is the time of death and going through the veils and rebirth and going into the shadow time of the year. So we usually have a dragon parade at these times where the red and the white dragons are paraded through town, which is amazing, and a wonderful sight. And also the Tor is thought to be a huge curled up green dragon. And I've said this before, so I do apologise if you've heard me saying this before, but in Glastonbury Abbey, it's a beautiful little chapel, and the stained glass window is of it's Archangel Michael with his lovely rainbow coloured wings, and he's got his staff or his spear or his sword. I think it's his sword actually. And he's not killing the dragon. We don't want any dragon killing going on, thank you. But he's pinning down the energy of the Tor with his sword, spear thingy. And the Tor, inside it is an illustration, a drawing of a green dragon. And that's in a church. It's amazing. It's a beautiful, powerful thing. I love that. That stained glass window. So if you come to Glastonbury, you can see that. And people, without knowing the histories or the stories, and children, and anybody who tunes in, a lot of people tune to dragon energy here. Children often see dragons around the Tor, or the Tor being containing a curled up dragon. So the energy of dragons is very much linked to power places. It doesn't have to be ley lines, but you'll find that a lot of the ley lines have dragon sites nearby. But you can see dragon energy in the land. If you just tune in, you can just feel a place. There could be a name that links to dragons as well, wyverns as well, and those names, they can be in the place names of the area. Dragon Hill near the Uppington White Horse, all these kind of things. So I won't go into the whole history of dragons. It would be a different video, and I do have a couple of videos on dragons, and also sorry, my brain was getting happily distracted by your lovely comments. But also, my brain has just gone there. What was I talking? Oh, anyway, never mind. But yeah, in nature, in the land, you can tune into dragon energy. Also, that idle brain is catching up with myself today. It is Sunday after all. That you are welcome to take part in my Dragon's Awakening course, which will be taking place next year. It's running again for the second time, if you would like to tune in with dragon energy. Anyway. Let me see what you guys are saying before we go into any more dragony magic. And hi, Claudine. Mwah, hello, gorgeous. Nice to see you. Hi, Simeon. Hi, everybody. Hi, Nicola. So if I missed you guys, I don't mean to. I'm just trying to get everyone's notes here. And Dana says, oh, wow. Or Dana, sorry. I actually named and invoked my dragon energy, Lucy. Nice to see this. Cool, absolutely. This is brilliant. Like, and this week as well, there's been such a dragon energy around, and actually in the warrior self way. So when we connect with dragons, I'm trying not to go into all the depths of it all, but they are extremely powerful and energetically transformative beings. And as the quote said, they are magic. They are the fabric of absolute magic itself. And a lot of the mythologies from around the world have dragons in it. Every culture has a dragon or a wyvern or a draconic symbol in its mythology, and often in its creation myths as well. The goddess Tiamat is linked to dragon and was thought to be a dragon, and she is what creates the earth. So you've just got so much dragon energy that you can connect with no matter where you are in the world or whatever nationality you are or you're drawn to. And it's just really interesting to think that as well, because if everybody in the world is saying it without even the potential contacts at those times, maybe they were, maybe they weren't, there's something in it. Whether you believe it or not, whether you feel like dragons are in any dimensional reality, real or not, there is something in the power of the dragon that just calls to us humans. It calls to our noble hearts, it calls to our fiery, sovereign energy, and it calls to wake us up to our true selves. There is such power and fire with dragon energy that you cannot fail to be on that warrior's path or on that path of self-discovery if you start connecting with them. So much to say, and I try not to go on too much about everything, because I know what I want to do is do this meditation and see what you guys feel and do the healing work as well. This dragon drum cobweb will move. You can't see him, he just curled up here quite happily, but he will move when I start drumming because he doesn't really like drumming very much. But I did bring some of my altar items downstairs because because the altar is upstairs. So this is dragon stick, and there's a couple of dragon staffs. You can't see the top of that one, but there's 2 dragon staffs there, and dragon stick. This was given to me, I've told you this before, but if you haven't seen the story, by a lovely lady who said she just saw it in the shop and knew she had to buy it for me with the message, "Don't forget us." And she gave it to me a few years ago. So every time I hold dragon stick, it reminds me not to forget to connect with the dragons, because they are epic. And no matter what, if you're feeling at the moment in the world a bit powerless, sometimes a bit hopeless, maybe you're not feeling strong, and maybe everything is starting to weigh down on you. I definitely was feeling that last week. And I just got the message to connect with the dragons. So I went out to the tour and I meditated and I connected with the dragons. And there's a lot of crazy energy going on, as I'm sure you're all aware of. And just working with the energies, put things into perspective for me. I understood more what was going on, connected me to my warrior self, to my empowered self, to my just kick ass, don't get squished by the world self. And a couple of the people that I've bumped into and spoken to this week have been on that same vibe. So there's something going on. And I've got some dragon crystals down for you to show you as well. So this is a big, I don't have many of them, but this is this very beautiful dragon crystal to help connect with the energies of dragons. You don't need crystals or tools or anything to connect with dragons. You just need to be open to. Okay, this is one of the ones a friend bought me, and this one actually, I can't remember what, I think Mossagate, I can't remember, really bad at remembering crystal names. Beautiful one. It's really good with headaches and pains. So if you have a headache, you put it on your head and it really does good work on clearing it. This is sort of a twin one with a friend. Your friend's got the twin of this one, so we connect with each other with this one. And this, there's a few more little ones. So we've got lots of dragon crystals here and a bit of floof as well. So see if there are any questions. I would like to soon get into doing the meditation, but if you have any questions about this or connecting with dragons, or I was saying, you don't need to have crystals or tools to do so. You literally just need the heart, the open heart, the connection, and not to be flaky. And that is the one thing, that you can connect with lots of beings on a magical level. And some of them have extreme patience, some of them don't. And if we're not serious or we don't intend to do the work, then the dragons just won't bother with us. They're known as watchers. So sometimes they can be watching you for a while before you become aware and start to want to work with them, or before they step forward. So there's lots of different energy there. But if you're really drawn to them and you feel this is something that you love connecting with, and you're ready to take that step to be more empowered, to do whatever mission or work that you kind of want to do in life, whether that's being creative, whether that's being more authentic, environmental, creative, I said creative twice now, or whatever it is, then connecting with the dragons can really, really quickly and powerfully get you on track. So let me have a little look here and see. Someone fractured their neck 2 years ago. It caused me to oh, bless you. She's so much physical pain here. The cause of disempowering me is those. Oh my gosh, that's a very that's very, very stressful. You're okay, but you're not really. You need the dragon justice. Yeah. No. Well, that sounds like it's a situation where, yeah, justice and connecting magically and getting a power up for justice feels very, 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 very valid and important. So, Claudine says dragons are very real. Yeah, there'll be people that say, whatever, and that's fine. It is, people. It's very hard, isn't it? We're kind of spinning on a rock, traveling through space, going through galaxies we don't even know. And we like to be very practical about what we think is real and what is not real. And sometimes we can very limit ourselves by just being, well, I can't see one, so why wouldn't it be real? But I think people that do connect with dragons feel them very, very strongly. It is powerful. It's not wishy-washy or subtle. It's intense. And it's also very much in the land. So you can go out and practically connect and work with dragons. This is not simply kind of meditating and going off in another place. It is being here, being present with the land, healing the land, giving back and being aware of the cycles of time. There's so much to say, and I will try. Thank you very much for tuning. So let's get moving. And if you've got any questions, guys, we can do more questions afterwards. I will get moving with the meditation. Oh, before we do that, I keep thinking of things to say. Just a thing about like mythology and cultures. You've got the dragon was the symbol of the pagans, of the pagan knowledge, pagan wizards of the land, of the druids. So when we have slaying dragons or kind of harnessing dragons, it is subduing that land energy, that pagan energy. So whether you see a myth or a story of it, it is the conquering religion or culture or whatever, harnessing, crushing, or belittling the culture before, and often making them evil. So, you often get the stories of the dragons taking the virgin maidens and devouring them, when the knight will come and kill the dragon and save it. Yeah, about that. It's interesting. I think a lot of females tune into dragon energy, and women connect with dragons. Not saying men don't. I mean men and women do. But there's a sense of that purity of the virgin, or just the feminine purity, can be something that will connect with dragons, because it doesn't even have to be virgin, but like a heart, like an open heart, and a purity of heart and a purity of intention. And that's anyone, definitely not just women, that is anyone. But it can be what draws you to the dragon realm and draws them to us. And that's to work with them, and you'll see lots of paintings and images of dragon riders, and they're often females, connecting with dragons. So it's interesting that that's been turned into, you can't trust this. They will slay you. You need us to save you from this evil. When it's not. It's power. It's the land. It's magic. Which again, magic is neither good nor bad, but there is a balance. And when we're connected with dragons, there really is a balance and a justice and a sense of there's just so many different dragons to connect with, but they're not evil trying to devour you beings. But that's a whole other story. They are often very powerful. Sometimes they don't want to connect with you. Sometimes they're so big. Sometimes they're so cosmic that it's very hard to connect with them. But there are some dragons that you'll see and connect with and feel in the land that just feel to be playful, joyful, empowering, magical. You guys know this. I know you've probably got lots of stories to tell me yourself. But just to say that if you have seen the myths of the dragon needing slaying, it is the conquering spirituality or religion or control system defeating the past one, or trying to tell that story. And things like Arthur Pendragon, King Arthur, Arthur of the Dragon, Uther Pendragon, they are of the dragon. And having the dragon name as part of your clan or your name would have been the ultimate royalty, the ultimate power. It would have given you this warrior blessing that you would have been very powerful. So it was seen as a regal and important thing if you were linked and named after the dragon. So just a little bit of an extra, Okay, so Claudine says she took Dragon's Awakening and loved it. I'm waiting for part 2. That would be a very good idea, I think. So let's have a look and see. Looking for protection. Is there a good reason? Is that a good reason to connect with dragons? Hell yeah, totally. I mean, absolutely, Kelly. You've hit the nail on the head. It's an amazing reason. It's often a reason we do connect with dragons is for protection. Many things, but they are beings that will want to connect with you and to work with you. So I probably wouldn't just call on dragons so they can do something for me. I'd say, like, what are we doing? But I'd definitely ask them to come and bring protection, for absolute sure. I'd also work on building a relationship and connection with that dragon as well, so that you will know what you are. Having that relationship will make you stronger and make the energy stronger. They'll also teach you ways of being in your power so that you can stand in that on your own. But definitely when you need protection, and in these days, when things are a bit cray within the world, having protection around you in that way can be super helpful. So I think I've gone on enough random tangents. So basically, whatever you guys believe, I would never tell you what to think or anything like that. And I know there'll be people out there going, no, that's fantasy, that's not reality. But just think, we are not capable of thinking of something or visualizing something that doesn't have some reality somewhere. It may not be in a very physical right here dimension at this time, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have some power, some energy somewhere. And, if people and cultures for thousands and thousands of years have connected with this energy, have worked with it, then you can too. And people have worked with it for empowerment, for connection, to get to claim that inner and outer sovereignty, to get on track on their own path of life, to release their own fire. In Chinese culture, they believed that the dragon was a shapeshifter and people could shapeshift into dragons. That's really fascinating as well. So yes, what Katie's saying, I didn't know it was World Dragon Day. Yes, today's World Dragon Day. Woohoo! And I've been holding off on starting a dragon journey through art and poetry. I've experienced a strong strong transformative energy, and I'm feeling the call again. Good. Yes, please. And what a perfect way to express a connection with the dragons and through art and poetry. So yes, it's really amazing. I think it is a strong transformative energy. It kicks our butt. It helps us kick butt, full stop. And it's wonderful, and I find quite a very reassuring presence to connect with something as vast and ancient and powerful as the dragons. So here is my dragon drum, and we're going to do a little bit of a drum journey with this one. I'll tell you a bit about this drum first. Before the crazy of 2020, I did paint this, I think, in January or February this year, and I just started sketching. It was funny, I was sketching the sketch for this while watching Dracula on TV. Dracula, All of the Dragons. So it's interesting. I didn't do it on purpose, but yeah. And then I thought this has to be a drum. And it just kind of was born at the beginning of this year, this cosmic dragon. And I'm a very fiery, as you can see, often connect with the red dragons or the white dragons or the black dragons because, yeah. But this purple cosmic dragon came through super strong, and there's something about the power of this coming in just as we embarked on this transformative year, let's put it like that, shall we, that I felt now was quite relevant. So I'm going to do a drum journey, so get yourselves nice and comfortable if you can. Of course, I do this if you're driving or, operating machinery. I don't think anyone operates machinery while they're heavy machinery while they're listening to me, but just in case you were, I did do a journey or meditation once and someone stabbed themselves with a needle. So don't sew either. I'm just covering all bases. Just if you can, just stop, take some time for yourself, maybe light a candle or just get in your space today. in this journey, we're going to put the camera down a bit so you can see more of the drum. We're going to connect with a dragon that wants to connect with you. So it's not a specific dragon that I'm going to tell you about. This will be a guide that will come through to you for some reason. And you can go on a journey with that dragon and you can connect with them, maybe receive some healing, do whatever you need to do, whatever comes through. So it's World Dragon Day. Everyone that's into dragons or connecting with dragons today around the world are in some way tuning in. And you know, if you're watching this later, you still are tuning into that big collective energy of empowerment and connecting with the land. So let's get started. I hope you guys are ready and comfortable and ready to connect with the dragons. So actually, I just feel like I'm going to get the starter off. We'll use the singing bowl to change up the energy and start our draconic journeying. So begin by closing your eyes and taking some deep and relaxing breaths. Maybe it's the first time today, even though it's a Sunday when I'm doing this, that you've given yourself the opportunity to stop and breathe and relax and just be present. You can put your hand on your tummy, on your heart, and just feel the air rising through you, filling your being with fresh light, fresh energy. And then release. And on that release, I want you to release anything that's stressing you out, that's holding you back, that's made you feel down, low, stuck. And you can breathe out like a dragon if you want to really release something. Really let it go. There's no one's watching me, but no one's watching what you're doing. Just really be vocal if you need to. Let out whatever has been stuck in your system. And just take some time to breathe, relax, and call in the energy of the dragons. And as you breathe, you see around you is like a golden circle. It may be just around your being. It might be around your room. Just see in your mind's eye that you're in the center of a golden circle. It could be fiery, it could be shiny, it could be anything. And that golden circle will keep you safe as you journey. It will keep you apart from your everyday life so that you can thoroughly connect with the dragon energy. And it will prevent anything on the outside bothering you. So visualize that golden circle, that golden light around you. And with your eyes closed, just visualize yourself standing in the middle of this golden ring. It may be moving up and down your being, or you may see that there's several rings, like rings of fire, protecting you and surrounding you. And as you're in this safe and magical space, you open your heart to connect with all those who are celebrating the dragons today, who are joining heart to heart, spirit to spirit, to celebrate and to connect and to be empowered by the dragon energy. And slowly the rings start to disappear, and you find yourself in the middle of a great stone circle. It could be a circle that you know, or somewhere completely new. And this circle could be in any landscape. So allow yourself to explore and see what magical and wonderful space you have found yourself in. As you explore the stones, you see that there are some stones which have carvings or paintings on them. They mark different points of the circle. And each marker stone has a different dragon carved or painted on it. Look around the circle and explore the different carvings. But there is one dragon painting or carving that seems to speak to you, that seems to call to you more than the others. You approach that stone and you feel a calling to this particular dragon. You reach out your hand and you place it on the stone. And as you do, you feel the temperature change. Does it get hotter or cooler? And the wind picks up and blows through your hair and across your face. As you look at the stone, it's almost like it's speaking to you. In the distance, you see in the sky what looks to be a bird flying towards you. But as it gets closer, you become aware that this is far too big for any bird. That you have called in your heart and in your spirit the dragon that's represented in the carving, to come to you How do you feel as you watch this mighty dragon approach? It gets closer and closer, and you see more details, the colour, the size, the expression on its face. And the wind blows once more, and the earth shakes a little as this dragon lands graciously in front of you. How do you feel now this dragon is here? Take in everything of this moment. Take in as much as you can about the dragon, everything you feel. And when you are ready, greet this mighty friend that has come to you when you have called. Perhaps it feels right to reach out and touch this dragon. Or perhaps you feel more appropriate to hold back and just speak to them, to share with them whatever you wish to share, and ask whatever you wish to ask. Perhaps it feels right to go for a ride with your dragon. They may allow you to climb upon their back, to fly with them. But don't worry if that does not feel right at this time. There's plenty of time to get to know this dragon and to journey more later. But wherever you are in this journey now, whatever feels right, just spend this time exploring and learning with this dragon who has come to share their time with you. wherever you are now with your dragon, you return back to the stone circle with them. And you are guided to stand in the center of the circle. And the dragon says to you, if you would like to receive healing for anything at this time, then stand or sit or lie in the center of this circle and allow the power of the dragon stones to pour their healing energy into you. And as you stand in the center, you see all the stones with the carvings or paintings on, and they begin to shine with different colored lights. And this light from each stone flows to the center and flows into your body, filling you with healing, with power, with the energy to move forward in your life. And when you've received this light and this energy, the stones begin to turn back to normal standing stones. And the dragon that has come to you lets you know that your time together now is ending, but that you can always call upon the dragons and connect with this particular dragon if you so wish. And as this dragon turns to go, you hear them say, "Don't forget us." As they spread their great wings out once more and take off into the sky and fly high above the stone circle, high into the clouds, until they seem the size of a bird and a dot, until you can't see them at all, but their memory remains fierce and strong in your heart. And as you stand in the stone circle, you see the gold rings begin to reappear. They surround you, protecting you and guarding you, cleansing your energy. And all you see are these gold rings, and they transport you from one place to another. And when the gold rings begin to slowly disappear again, you find yourself back in your room, back in your space, your home, ready to ground, return, and continue on with your day. So take as long as you need, and there's no hurry whatsoever. And if you have a notepad or pen and paper, a journal, nearby, then, please feel free to note down, and either now or after this video, write down everything you experienced in that meditation, no matter if you didn't feel, see, sense much, whether it was just a little spark of something, or whether you went on an epic adventure. Do write it down. You don't have to let me know. I am nosy. I always like to know, but it's more that you write those things down. You write every experience, every moment of it down. Don't worry if it feels a bit strange or maybe doesn't make total sense now. It will do at some point. Okay, so feel free to write down and to share if you want to. So if you guys are all back now, have a little shake and a shimmy. It's always good when you come back from a journey. A cup of tea is always good. A biscuit, a bit of food always helps you ground and come back to earth. So if you want to share anything about your meditation or journey in the chat there, or afterwards if you're watching on the replay, just put it in the comments. But if not, I totally understand, and just keep it for you and write it down in your journal and just connect with the dragons. And as you know, but also if you're new to this, by connecting with the dragons, they like to be remembered, they like to be worked with, they like to be involved in what you're doing or to be honoured. Don't have to do it every day, but just to remember them and to honour them when you have the time. And you may think, well, how would I honour them? How would I kind of remember them in my day-to-day life? Well, I think one person already mentioned that they were thinking about writing poetry or art. That is definitely a super good way of honouring and connecting with the dragons. Also, to have a little altar where you can connect with them. You could have a candle or a picture of a dragon or a statue, a bit like some of these little crystals. They can be beautiful altar, and you can get really cost-effective things, little hangings and things like this, just nice things, paintings, etc. Just have a space where you will remember them. I think having a little altar, and if you can't have candles burning in your place, then you can have like LED candles. They're fine too. Just something to remember them by. And you probably get a bit dragon obsessed. I don't know about you guys, but when you work with dragons, suddenly your house becomes filled with dragon things, or you see this stuff everywhere, and it becomes quite a big thing for you, and getting staffs and all that kind of thing. So Hayden says, love your voice and love your drumming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the meditation and got something from it. Even if it's just a bit of relaxing time or a bit of empowerment or a bit of guidance, I hope that you got something from it. Patricia says, what crystals do you associate with dragon magic? Really good question. In theory, I associate a lot of the crystals with dragon magic because dragons can connect with every different element that there is. So you can connect with dragons of earth, of air, fire, water, stars, deep in the earth, all these planets, cosmic, any element. And so it depends in one way what dragons you feel drawn to. If you're working with the well-known sort of fire dragons, you could have some volcanic rock, and that isn't too expensive either. Something very powerful and primal. I think powerful and primal is a good word for the dragons, but go with your gut because all the crystals have different qualities and connect with different elements. But if you are stuck and you just want a general access to dragons crystal, I would have these ones. I'd have clear quartz. Can I get this one over there? Yep, clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz. Yeah. You may also want a green crystal too to represent the earth, but I think that those ones are, or citrine is good too. But clear quartz, let's get this one out a second. Clear quartz can cost you £1, a couple of pounds. Don't have to spend. I don't want you guys having to spend lots of money. But the good thing about clear quartz is they are in a way neutral. You can work with lots of different energies with them. So clear quartz is really good for focusing and bringing clarity. So, and to work with any energy, really. So clear quartz is good. And then rose quartz helps us activate our heart energy and connect with our feelings, connect with our emotions. And that is important. If we're closed down here, we can't really be true to us. The most important thing is that we are honest with ourselves and honest with everybody. Being honest is a big part of dragon work. And we always think that honesty comes from here, which it does, but also comes from here. And if our hearts are blocked and we can't feel freely, then we're not being honest. So working with the heart and healing the heart is another good crystal with rose quartz to connect with the dragons. And the amethyst is great for connecting with the higher realms. I like the earth crystals as well, and I like kind of really volcanic rocks, those energies. They really I love those to connect with dragons too. Hematite is good as well. And I mean, go with your gut. I mean, you don't have to have loads of crystals, honestly, you really don't. Again, end of the day, a clear quartz works super well for anything you want to do. But you may find this crystal just calling to you and you don't know why, but they just seem to connect you to dragons. Just kind of, as long as you can afford them and they seem right and ethically sourced, then I would go with that. Yeah, smoky quartz for earth dragons is really, really good. I've got amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So there's so many different crystals I have here with the dragon skulls and everything. So lots of different crystals you can work with if you want to. Don't have to. Again, really all you need is yourself and to go out there and connect and be with the land and be with whatever element you're working with. Do the colors represent... Oh, wait a minute, I've missed one, sorry. I've been having crazy, intense and amazing experience with dragons for years, and especially this year. Yeah, I think that sounds about right with the words, isn't it? Crazy, intense and amazing. That is the vibe of dragon energy. So intense and strong and amazing. And this year, I think particularly because everyone's going through this transformation, and also maybe we're listening more to what we're feeling, or because things are quieter this year, we're kind of going within more. But yeah, very powerful time to connect with the dragons right now, because I think a very important thing right now is to be in tune with yourself and what is your inner truth, what do you believe, and to top up your power levels. And working with the dragons is really good for that. So Drew says, do the colors represent anything, blue or white, for example? Absolutely. They do. So what colors that you see with the dragons can be like a guide for you, for them to show you what energies they are representing or how they can work with you. You may find that the blue and the white, you may find that's more airy, like airy dragons, or you may feel it's water. Again, see how you feel with that. But the blue dragons can represent the water, the air, but they also represent our thoughts. And blue can be linked very much with our logic, our intelligence. So they could be dragons that are helping you with clarity, with meditation, with calmness, with coolness, all the words that we connect with blue. And white is for new beginnings, for fresh energy. So yeah, they could actually, the color can show you what element that they are mostly connected with, and also what energies they can bring to you or how they work. So of course, red is often fire, green is often earth. Black is really, the black dragons are amazing dragons because they really work with clearing and with shadow hunting and kind of really doing that transformation shadow work and really going in with the things that aren't seen. It's a very, very powerful and beautiful energy. And then you've got purple, which is more cosmic. The colors are energies. They're showing you what energies they are connecting with, if that makes sense. I hope so. What about any book recommendations? It's hard to find genuine books on dragons. Yes, DJ Conway has some books on dragons. I'm writing a book on dragons, but it's not finished yet. But me and my writing. But I'm writing a book on dragons. If you'd be interested in a few years' time when it comes out. Yes, if you like Dragon Cooper, Diane Cooper's got a book on dragons as well. And I really love, I can't remember the lovely lady's name, but she's a German lady, and it's the Dragon Weisheit, which is the Dragon Wisdom Oracle card, and she's written a book on dragons as well, which is really, really lovely. Basically, I'm really bad at remembering names, so I'll put them in the links below. So yeah, and Emma's just got here. Hi Emma, lots of love to you. Don't worry, you can always watch this again later. She says, have you ever worked with the dragon goddess Tiamat? No, actually, not so much. I have written about her and talked about her. I've never actually gone there as yet. It's a yet, not a no, though. It's a definite as yet. Hi to everyone that's just tuned in as well. You did miss a meditation if you tuned in just now, but you can always go back and do that meditation because I hope you do. And Jesus, thank you, made so much sense. I'm so glad. Do those cards publish in English? The Dragon Weishite ones? Oh, I didn't know that because I've been looking for them in English for years. They're in Italian, I think, and maybe in German. There might be in the languages. But I quite like them being in German because it made it more of a mission for me to find out what they mean. But if they're in English, then I might get them in English as well. And I think there's another dragon deck that's just come out recently by Carolyn. I've forgotten her surname. Honestly, me and names sometimes, especially on a Sunday, no. But cool though. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I will look on Amazon later if fear more money is being spent. But yeah, there's some more dragon. I've got a lovely dragon oracle as well. But yeah, there's a few lovely things out there for sure. So VJ says, when finding your dragon's name, how can you tell if it's just a name you like popping in your head versus what the dragon is telling you? Sorry to join the chat. Never apologize. That's a fabulous question. And I think it's a thing that has come up for me as well. So here's my take on it. Okay. Everything I say is just my take. I'm not kind of standing here as the great wise one. It's just my take on experiences of things. So what I find with names of dragons, they are really hard to pronounce in English. They'd be very long or a different way of, maybe we don't even know how to pronounce them. So they'll often give you a name that you like that relates to that energy or that relates to that in some way that you can remember. So it may be something that you are thinking, also I think there's a reason it's popped into your head, the name. So maybe it could be, Arthur or, Lumira, or just a name that you go, okay, I've got that name in my mind. What I think is they don't give you their actual name, but they give you a name, like a nickname that you can work with them with. They may give you their actual name in some point, but sometimes you're like, I'll stick to the nickname because I can't say that. So I would say just go with it. If you get something coming into your mind, just go with that. Write it down because you will forget. I know that for sure. And use that. And if at some point that doesn't feel relevant anymore, if it's changed, you get given more, then that's fine. But I'll just absolutely go with what you are given there. So I have a sense of a dragon guide that resides within my inner psyche. In the meditation, that connection felt enlivened. Do you think that dragon energy can manifest within us? Absolutely. Yes, I do. Completely. Yeah, I do. And again, that kind of links in with a little bit of how the Chinese believe people could be dragons and shapeshift into dragons. And you can, and I think that the dragon energy can reside within us as an empowering and warrior aspect or something else. It doesn't have to be those words, but I'm just picking up some just general words which fire, passion, groundedness, or maybe psychic sort of or magical openness. And you can feel that within you, but that doesn't mean it is just within you, or we can go really sort of woo about it. It is within you, but it also can exist outside, and maybe hopefully in this you can connect to that energy within and without. Thank you, I'm glad that made sense. Spirit says, may have missed this. Is your dragon drum a Remo? Yes, it is. It's a Remo. It's one of the comfort tech ones. It's not quite as loud as the other Remos. And why I thought, so I've got some animal skin drums as well, but I kind of thought that, I know that Remo's made of sort of plastic or manufactured materials, but I kind of felt the rightest for dragons more than an animal skin. I don't know, it felt right. So yeah, this is a Remo drum which you can buy. There's lots of different Remo drums. So it is indeed. So I've been on for about an hour. If you have any more questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Otherwise, I will wind it up because my tea's gone cold. I've been to places as Mark saying, I've been to places where there is a very intense dragon energy in Wales. Absolutely. Wales is dragon country. It is so still. Wales is a very powerful place, obviously. Anyone it's a very powerful place where a lot of those deep energies still are very active. I think Cornwall as well is very dragony, and different parts of the land are. And you can also have places where that dragon energy is not awake, or it's stagnant, or even maybe feel like it's a bit sick. There has been those things as well, because that's going to happen with the earth and with blocked energies and with blocked places. You also will see sometimes that the dragons are really, really old, and you could be, and sometimes we think with the times we're in, there can be new dragons coming in and very old dragons dying, and that's sort of showing a whole shift of time. And Will says, dragon energy is sleeping within us, awaiting with the moment we recognise their power and how they can help us evolve if one is willing to do the work. Well said, Will. What a brilliant, brilliant comment. Thank you. Absolutely. And it is like they had the snakes and the Kundalini. Dragon fire, dragon energy is within us. It is part of us, as well as we can externally see the manifestations. We can feel that power within ourselves as well, and that's how we connect with the dragons and also with our own courage, our own true path. Panda says, thank you for this. I connected with dragons as a teenager, but kind of forgot them, though they were always around. Their presence was powerful and loving as always. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of us do that, and that's why they kind of say, don't forget us. And Patricia says, I have turned into a dragon in this astral projection. It was so cool. It showed me that I had the essence within me. Brilliant. Love that. Absolutely. And Panda Linda, they saw 2 dragons. Thank you. Does anyone remember that the trauma of Puff the Magic Dragon? Honestly, like, still traumatized by that song. Because Peter, was it Peter? Forgot him, didn't he? He forgot him. Yeah. Very sad. And actually, as an adult, I saw the person that wrote that song sing it live in Texas, in America, and it was still traumatic. I was in my 20s and I was still traumatized by it. Kelly says, thank you so much. That was incredible, especially combined with the new moon energy. Feel very much like a blockage has been unblocked. Woohoo! Thank you. I'm so glad. I think absolutely this is the powerful thing we can do around this new moon time is unblock it. It's Samhain dark moon the other day, you know, that's intense. Samhain dark moon, you know, it's intense, dark, shadowy time, and lots of down energy, low energy, people being blocked. This new moon was a couple of days ago, and it's manifesting to help us move forward. Dana says, so I hope I'm saying it right, could be Dana or Dana, so I hope I'm not saying it wrong. Very, very helpful and powerful. I'll be binging on these transmissions. Smooches, doll. Thank you. Fabulous. Thank you, lovely. Silver Star Priestess says, thank you for doing this video. I've been tapping into dragon energy myself, and they showed me a white silver dragon. So I was researching the symbolism behind it, and it was my ancestors from the Sexton era. How exciting. How wonderful. And someone just found out that they are Earth Dragon. They are Earth Dragon in the Chinese astrology. Yeah, check it out if you don't know your Chinese sign. I'm not. I'm a monkey, but that's fine. I'm okay with being a monkey. I am very monkey-like, so it's all right. So, guys and girls, yeah, what came up, basically, whatever's come up for you in this meditation today, or just talking about it, maybe it's brought memories or dreams back. I journal it down. I've got a very nice journal here. Let me show you my journal. This was a birthday present from my friends at Tribe Mythica. They made this journal for me. How amazing is this? Check out their work, Tribe Mythica. So saying journal things down. I've got another journal with dragons on as well over here. Write it down, note things down that you've, and you know, don't worry if it doesn't make sense right now. Make some space for cobwebs, sorry. Very important dragon business for the cats. Don't worry if what you've seen or experienced doesn't make sense right now. Please don't note it down. And like you were saying there, you know, you can research what's coming up for you. You can research what you saw, any symbols, colors, maybe meditate again, maybe do this meditation again. Cobwebs come to say hello to you all. He's like, says, Mummy, hello Cobweb Dragon. Yeah, research what came up for you, any symbols, draw them down, anything you were gifted in that meditation, anything you felt in the healing, you know, write it down. You know, it's good to remember it. Even if it didn't make all the sense right now, you can meditate on it again later. Are dinosaurs actually dragons? I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? I don't know. That's a very good question, though. People talk about that. Are dinosaurs actually dragons? I'm not sure. I don't. I'll leave that one out there. See what you guys think. But really, really good question. Simeon said that was amazing. Encountered a huge red and blue dragon with purple eyes. Awesome. So thank you guys. Thank you. Any more questions? Just drop me a question. Note that down now, or else I will get moving. But I think the whole thing with dragons and dinosaurs, I'm not sure. I think it's very interesting, and it depends, I suppose, if you believe that dragons have manifested in a physical way, in this place. I don't know. Yeah, it depends what you believe, guys. I'm totally up for whatever you think, and what it works for you is good, as long as it doesn't upset anyone or hurt you. It doesn't hurt yourself. So connecting with dragons, I don't think it's important sometimes to know exactly logically what's going on. It's just good to feel that energy and feel that power and see how it affects you and works in your life. So thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, have a really great rest of your day. And this Sunday, the 18th of October, is World Dragon Day 2020. So just sending lots of love out to you all, and for everyone for connecting with the dragons today and making it a lovely celebration. Thank you so much. We rocked. We did that. And if you're watching this later, you rocked too. And have a great day. And don't forget them. Remember the dragons. They want to be remembered and worked with. And I'll see you all really soon. Take care, guys. Bye.